2025 NFL season predictions. It's not as biased as you think. Let's dive in. Surprise teams. First, I'm going to say the Chicago Bears. They could surprise with the new head coach, Ben Johnson, who has looked to be very hard on Caleb Williams already, which is most likely going to work out for the better. Along with Caleb Williams' hopeful strides this season that upgrades the Chicago Bears record, they did upgrade their defensive line and offensive line. So let's see how that plays out. The San Francisco 49ers. There's a definite chance that the San Francisco 49ers can rebound this season. While last year they were 6-11, the 49ers have a great organization as far as culture. They have an elite offensive core that did stay intact for the most part. And people like bringing this up, but they did have and were gifted a very easy schedule this season. And that will set them up with the leadership that they have in-house to possibly make a playoff appearance. The Las Vegas Raiders. While it has been just negative year in and year out with the Raiders, they have a fresh voice in-house with new head coach Pete Carroll. In addition, they added new quarterback Geno Smith, which brings stability and identity to the Las Vegas Raiders. And if their offensive clicks, this could now be a big jump in the standings, and even them, the dreaded Raiders, might make a reappearance in the playoffs. The Denver Broncos. While last year Bo Nix had a great offensive rookie season, will the Denver Broncos suffer from a momentum hangover? Along with Sean Payton, the Denver Broncos are fortified as a contender, as well as additions that they made to their defense this year that is already stout, meaning Dre Greenlaw and Hufanga. Those are two key pickups for the offseason and especially for the Denver Broncos. So their upside is only up. Surprise players. Trey Amos, rookie cornerback for the Washington Commanders. He really showed out in the preseason and in my opinion significantly bolsters the Commanders' defense, which is much needed. Derek Stingley Jr. The Houston Texans cornerback is ranked 18th out of the top 100 cornerbacks in the NFL. I believe he will have a breakout season. While the past couple seasons he's had injury-riddled seasons that has affected his play, no doubt, especially since he was a Pro Bowler in 2024. But we'll have to see. Super Bowl predictions. While right now it's slated to be the Baltimore Ravens versus the Philadelphia Eagles, which is kind of surprising because this whole offseason I've heard so nothing about the Philadelphia Eagles, and that is surprising coming from a defending Super Bowl champion. Close behind those two Super Bowl predictions are the Chiefs, Lions, and Bills. So we will see who will end up playing at the home of the 49ers, Levi Stadium, for the Super Bowl. And I'm hoping it's my 49ers, but we will see what happens. Best offensive player. While the top of the list is definitely Saquon Barkley, he showed out last year, raising the Eagles to the Super Bowl victory, also rushing for over 2,000 yards. But my opinion, everybody is gunning for him, and while he'll have an effective year, he just won't have the top year that he had last year. But I can be wrong, but I just don't think so. Next is Jamar Chase. And while there's been a lot of things said about the Cincinnati Bengals this offseason and who they should pay or who they shouldn't have paid, and they finally got deals done, I think last year Jamar Chase kind of struggled because of the contract looming. And I think with his head being clear and Joe Burrow at the quarterback, Jamar Chase is going to have an incredible off-the-charts season. Next is Jahmyr Gibbs. While he has definitely been a standout with the Detroit Lions and probably the better, younger running back, he has slid into the top 3 as far as the best offensive weapons in the NFL. And with Jared Goff's safety nets and coaches leaving the Detroit Lions this year, I think they will be more running reliant, and Gibbs will get a lot more of the share, and he will have a lot more output this season to possibly slip into that number 1 spot as the top offensive player. Let's see how this shakes out. Best defensive player. Apparently, with the trade that just happened, Micah Parsons is the top slated defensive player coming into the season. With his versatility and incredible pass rush, the NFL predicts that he will be Defensive Player of the Year. So let's see how that shakes out as well. Aiden Hutchinson. While I believe this is a long shot coming off the serious injury that he had last year, experts say that they expect Hutchinson to really dominate this year and fill the void that the Detroit Lions defense was left without last season. Myles Garrett, a former Defensive Player of the Year, he really still continues to put up incredible numbers. Last year with 14 sacks, leading the league in tackles for loss. And now he just signed a massive extension with the Cleveland Browns. I don't know why. But it's signaling stability for him to where he could just concentrate on tearing up that offensive line and getting to the quarterback. So we will see. MVP. I think I gotta just stick with the same prediction that's probably been for the last 3 or 4 years. And it's only going to be between two. It's got to be between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. It's just simple. Is Lamar Jackson going to step up and do MVP numbers as he is a former MVP, but to push his team over the top? Or will that be Josh Allen having to do the same thing and finally get his team over the top with his MVP numbers? And possibly even this year, it could be co-MVP. So let's see how this shakes out. This is the Sports Junkie. Make sure you drop a like. Tell me what you think about my predictions. Drop a comment. And make sure, like always, hit the subscribe button and get all the Sports Junkie content you could ever want. Until next time, thank you.